it's Shelby, and today I'm going to be doing my August TBR. It's been a while since I've just done a plain TBR video, but with all of the readathons that happened throughout July, I did wrap-ups for each of the readathons I did, so I feel like I covered all the books that I read throughout the months. If you want more in-depth reviews, go check me out on Goodreads. I post very long reviews about all the books I read there. I thought today I would do something different, give you guys my TBR for the month. I haven't done that in a really long time, and I'm really excited about all the books I'm planning to read. So I generally am a mood reader, but I do like to have some set books for what I read throughout the month. So I did try to keep things a little more low-key this month because last month I read 13 books, which was insane. In August, I'm going back to school. Classes are starting again, so I know I'm probably not going to have as much time to just sit and read as I did in July. So I kept the books on my TBR to a few, and if I end up reading more, that is amazing. Also, before we start, I do have a quick announcement. I am currently selling some books that I have unhauled, books that I am not going to read anymore, and I am selling them from $5 to $15 on Poshmark. I will leave the link to that below. So if one of those books there strikes your fancy, be sure to get it because I love sharing the joy of reading and also getting rid of things that are taking up space in my room. It works out. Now, on to the video, on to the books I am planning to read in August. Book I am planning to read in August is actually one that is coming out in August, and that would be Vicious Spirits by Kat Cho, the second book in the Gumiho series, and I believe that is being released August 18th, so be on the lookout for that. This series is about a girl named Gumiyang who is a nine-tailed fox who devours on the spirits of men. Because of that, her and her mother have to travel around a lot as to not attract attention, but one night when Gumiyang is feeding, a boy ends up seeing her and she has to save him from a goblin, but in doing so she loses her fox bead, which is like her Gumiho soul, and they have to work to get it back. Vicious Spirits is the second book in this series, I believe picking up where the last book left off. I really enjoyed Wicked Fox. Buddy read it and it was just so cool. I'm really happy that Fairy Loot sent it in one of their boxes because I don't think I would have read it otherwise, and I'm really excited for the book to come out. I have an arc of it from Penguin Teen Young Readers, so thank you guys so much. It's through NetGalley, so it's on my Kindle, but I'm really excited to read it first this month. The next book I am planning to read in August is The Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. This is a book about two teenagers, Jack and Kate, who meet at a party and immediately hit it off, and for a while it seems their relationship is going really well, but then Kate dies. And that should just be it. But at her death, Jack is transported back in time to when they first met. And Jack has to figure out how to basically save her, but in doing so he could risk the lives of others. So this is Jack's story about him continuously going back, I believe, given all the different scenarios we see on the cover, and trying to save everyone and probably failing doing so. But I'm excited to read this one. It's one that has been on my list for a while. I think it's kind of like a Groundhog Day romance where it keeps going back, but you know, it probably isn't over a day. But yeah, I've heard really great things and I'm excited to get to it. The next book I am planning to read is The Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth. I'm really trying to clear out my NetGalley space right now. Even though this one is already out, I still have not read it, which is bad, so we're sort of just cleaning out my Kindle shelf right now. But The Chosen One follows a group of seemingly unimportant teens who were put together by the government to defeat this great evil called the Dark One, and they did. And now it is 10 years later and they are being treated like celebrities and like famous people for what they did in the years before. But one of them, named Sloane, is remembering she still has PTSD, she still has nightmares about this Dark One, and on the 10th anniversary of their defeat of this monster, something tragic happens to the group of chosen ones and they discover that the Dark One actually may not be totally gone. This looks pretty interesting. When I was younger, I loved Divergent by Veronica Roth. I haven't read anything of hers since then, so I'm excited to check this out. I thought it was an interesting concept, having, instead of watching the chosen ones through their original adventure, it shows them 10 years later, and I thought that was so unique in its concept. I'm excited to check it out. The next one I'm planning to read in August is a pretty anticipated sequel of mine, and that would be Aurora Burning by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the second book in the Aurora Cycle series. The first one is Aurora Rising, and it is a sci-fi adventure. If you know Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, they wrote the Illuminati series, which was chef's kiss, amazing. So unique, so different from other sci-fi books, and I also love Aurora Rising. I did a whole review about it. Aurora Rising follows this misfit group of aliens and humans alike who are training to become space police, basically, and they don't get along well together, but on one of their first missions, they discover a girl who has been trapped in cryosleep for over like 100 or 1,000 years. Her name is Ori, and somehow she has manifested these abilities, and basically they have to figure out why this girl is about to start an intergalactic war. Yeah, so this picks up hopefully where the last one left off. It was so emotional. I'm a little scared to get into it just because of all the feelings that happened at the last book and having to relive those. I'm really worried, but I'm also really excited because I loved it. And also the cover is beautiful and I'm excited to get to it. Yes, I love some sci-fi in my reading. The last book I am really gonna try to get to this month is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. First of all, look at the inside cover. It is beautiful. It is shiny and it is delicious. I just want to eat the fruit there. With the Fire on High tells the story of a teenage mother named Amoni who is trying to get through school with the help of her abuela, but her true passion, her true love in life is cooking. She knows she doesn't have enough time to cook or to do everything else that other kids in her high school do, but through her cooking, she basically tries to create that magic for herself. So I'm not quite sure like what the plot is. I know it is about a single mother named Amoni who likes to cook. The summary doesn't really give you much more than that, but nonetheless, I am very excited. I love to bake and cook. It is one of my happy spaces. It is somewhere where I can just sort of let go. When I am stressed, I stress bake all the time. So I'm really excited to read this book and sort of read about someone who also shares my love of cooking. And those were the 5 books that I am planning to read throughout August. There are other books, obviously, I would like to get to. I would love to get to the 3rd book in the 3 Dark Crowns series. I would love to read the sequel to The Merciful Crow called The Faithless Hawk, but I decided that because my schedule is so busy throughout August, we are just going to start with these 5. So that is it for this TBR. Let me know down below what you guys are planning to read throughout the month of August. Tell me what books you guys got to in July that you loved, or just drop a comment telling me how you are, telling me how your day is. I miss you guys. So yeah, that is it. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell to get updates on when I post. I post every single Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!